Norm and I always talk about things to do in Youngstown and places to see. And now you have another one that's been in existence for quite a while, and we hope that more and more people get to see it. It's called the Oakland Center for the Arts. And to talk with us about it today is the director of the Oakland Center, Sandy Vansuch. Welcome to the program, Sandy.
Hi.
Known each other for a long time.
Sure have.
And you've been involved with the Playhouse for quite a while, with different art things. Why Oakland Center? What is different about Oakland Center that we needed it?
Well, the Oakland Center for the Arts, which is at 865 Mahoning Avenue,
Yes.
and I bring that up because it's very important. The address is right next door to a place called Star Supply. Star Supply is owned by
There's an affiliation there.
Yes, absolutely. Well, a very important affiliation. The man who owns Star Supply is Richard Rosenthal. And Richard owns our building and has been our angel. And in a sense, the Oakland Center for the Arts is in existence because of Richard. Not only because of the space, but because of his idea to offer up a piece of property that he owns to the community and for the purpose of helping artists in the community. The place is called the Center for the Arts for the very specific reason that it's not just a theater, it's an art gallery. We've done concerts, and we hope to do classes and a number of other things. We are trying to be a resource center for artists in the community. What's different about us is that our budget is pretty low. We don't need to be as commercial an entity as the Playhouse needs to be. We aren't trying to have a program where we teach students.
On the Playhouse.
I don't think so.
Or the university.
Or the university. That's what I was trying to get at. I think, all have our own place in the community. And as a result of a year of operation, I think we're working hand in hand. We've been able to help each other out in a number of different ways. You can't be in a town this size and not know everybody who's in the arts, pretty much. You had folks on here from the Arts Council. The Arts Council has been supportive to our organization. We're attempting to give artists a place to work. Again, Richard's idea was that he wanted to see some place that he owned used for the arts. He's a great supporter of the arts, and he has always been a person who's interested in art, showings, plays, concerts, and that sort of thing. And through his kindness, and I say we because it is a very a mutual organization of people. There are 10 people on the board, but there are probably another 20 people out there who are regulars in doing things for the center. The Artists 445 group was brought up earlier. They are interested in doing work with us. So we're really attempting to combine forces and offer people a place to start out. You can't necessarily go to the Playhouse and start out in a play if you haven't had any experience. Well, you can, but we're hoping that in small ways we can help people learn.
You're doing things that the Playhouse doesn't do. Doesn't do because they don't have the opportunity or facility to, but they have to be concerned about a broader brush and a broader scale. They have to be concerned about a broader operating budget, too. I was very impressed, Sandy. I saw you opening night in the club. It was my first real experience down at Oakland. And I must tell you, I was very impressed with the physical plan. I just could not believe when I expected something a little less than a great deal less than that. It is a surprise, isn't it? A great deal less than that. And it is a first-class operation. It really is. It's lovely.
Yeah, people see the building from the outside, they think this is like the old Mickey Rooney thing. My uncle's got a barn, let's put on a show.
Well,
but it's not.
Updated, that's all.
But
I can remember the Playhouse on
professional.
Market Street. You were in those shows over there in the old movie theater down there on Market before they moved twice. But that's kind of reminiscent of it, except that Playhouse was never as nice as the one we're talking about on Mahoning.
We've tried really hard, Norm, to pull together people who have expressed an interest for a long time in something different and exciting and new. And the community's responded to us. We had a wonderful gift, if you will, from GF. They gave us a great deal on some chairs. These things started to sort of...
that lends itself to the feeling about the theater itself, though.
Sure. We went out on a limb and borrowed some money and got some real lights. That's a big deal for us, and we've just about paid those off. The way we do this is simply that the place is run on a volunteer basis, and we have some very dedicated people who are interested in seeing new things happen. Something that KBN is involved with happened last weekend. We had a concert sponsored by the Dionysian Arts Ensemble, which is a wonderful group of musicians who aren't nearly as well known in the community as they should be. They and about 20 other people, various kinds of artists, got together and did a weekend of concerts, 2 concerts on Sunday for kids, and Friday and Saturday night for us adults, who are only big kids anyway. And they performed an amazing concert, and they had poets and dancers and actors involved, and that to me is a culmination of the kinds of things we want to do. People say, oh, you're just you know, you're doing this in competition and you're putting other people out of business. Well, that's not the case. People are working at the Oakland who are working everywhere else in the community and out of the community. The folks in this group, this Dionysian Arts Ensemble, are from all over the place. Several of them don't even live in town anymore, but they come from this area. They came home to do this concert, and it was exciting.
Well, let's face it, there is not enough, although there's much happening, a lot happening, there's not enough happening to use the talents of every artistic person or every talented person in this town every week of every month of the whole year.
That's a good point. You can't, for me, for instance, I would love to do more acting, and I'm limited in certain ways, but there aren't always shows at the Playhouse or somewhere else for me to do. There are, I think, a number of people who don't get to do as much work as they would like to. And it's much different kind of work. You mentioned the club. The club is a show that wouldn't appeal to a mass audience, and it was controversial. I had lots of comments, good and bad. Not bad from the standpoint of production, but because people.
It's a dated show.
It's something they wanted to talk about. Yeah. They wanted to know why we did it and why would you want to do something like that. And the point is, we did it and we got people talking about it, and that's the excitement. You
mentioned budget. It's pretty
Somebody
much
has
done.
To pay bills,
pretty
right?
much done on hand-to-mouth kind of thing, isn't it?
Well, sort of. We had a very successful fund drive in December. We put on a big party and asked people to come and flat out asked them for money. Gave them a show that was hilarious and fun, and got a nice response. We're now selling season tickets for next year. And we've got a season set up of 5 shows for next year, of theater shows. That's only one aspect of what the Oakland Center is about. Just to give you a quick idea, we've had about 25 artists involved in the place. We always have an art show going along with whatever performance piece we happen to have, whether it's a play or a concert, or whatever it is. We've had about 75 actors involved. We've done a children's show. We've done 4 concerts. And we've got people now, I may have the place rented all summer because people are curious about it. We do rent the space out, and along with that space, we rent people who can help you do things. And that's part of what we're trying to do, is be there. If you've got an idea for a show that you...
I have an idea for a show.
Okay, you've got an idea for a show, okay. We'll talk about dates, we'll talk about what you need, and hopefully we can help you get it off the ground and get you some publicity.
It's a vent kind of for whatever your band is, whether it is with a brush or a crayon or a chalk or with acting on stage or whatever it happens to be. If you're writing, it's a place that you can do it.
Yes, I mean, one of the things that's exciting about next year is we have some possibilities of doing some original work. And that to me is extremely exciting. People that write plays or write music need some place to have people hear them and see what they're doing, and that's very hard.
Those places are almost dried up entirely.
Sure, and that's something the Playhouse can't do because they simply can't afford to. What I hope we do is feed into places like the Playhouse and give some of our people a chance to do some original things, which may eventually turn out to be something that gets done on the Playhouse stage.
Okay, you got everybody out there with their tongues hanging out now. How do they get a hold of it? How do they find out what's next at Oakland? Well, how can we get tickets?
The
Where do we
production we have is a very, very funny comedy called The Real Inspector Hound, which is written by a funny Englishman named Tom Stoppard, who most recently did The Real Thing on Broadway. It's directed by Kathy Applees, and it's going to run May 13th through May 28th. We run Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m., and our phone number is 746-0404.
And I'll ask you the same thing. Is it in that Business
it's in
yellow
the
pages.
business white pages, the
White
section in
pages,
the
I mean.
middle, right, under the Oakland Center. And that show is very funny. You'll recognize people you've seen on the Playhouse stage and various other stages in town. And I can't tell you how funny it is. I was watching some rehearsal the other night. It's a riot.
Now, is the center only open at those times when you're having concerts or having plays and that kind of thing? In other words, if you have an art exhibit, it's in conjunction with whatever else.
It's in conjunction, and if we sometimes have gallery hours. I say sometimes because, again, it's a volunteer situation. If we have gallery hours, we're always listed in the Vindicator Cultural section on Thursdays. Gives you all the hours, times, and Vindicator's been very good to us in terms of keeping people posted.
Sandy, I know, I have a setup question for you. Why Oakland?
Okay.
How did it get its name?
The Oakland Center is named after a car called the Oakland, which was a predecessor to the Pontiac, I believe. That building, that whole section next to Star Supply used to be a showroom and a body shop and mechanics garage for the Oakland Car Company, the Oakland Motor Car. And soon you'll see some things that we've got. We just found some pictures of some old Oaklands that are going to be fun to hang in our gallery. But that's what we named it that. Richard's idea was that originally when he wanted to make it simply an art gallery, he started out with that idea. He called it the Oakland Gallery after that. So that was fun.
Well, we might, you know, put it in geographically where it is. It's on Mahoning Avenue.
Okay,
If you're coming out from town.
If you're coming out from town, if you get to the U-Haul building, which is the old Isley's, you've gone too far. We're about a block and a half east of that.
Go to the fork in the road.
The easiest thing to tell you is we're directly next door to Star Supply. We're just east of Star Supply.
And you may park at Star Supply.
And
Matter of fact,
that's our
that's where
parking
we
lot
parked
for,
that evening we were there.
for that.
That's the parking lot.
Can't miss Star Supply. It's a big green building.
But inside is
But inside
a lot
the
of
Oakland
love
Center,
and a lot of warmth and a lot of excellent theater.
yeah, come and see
impressed.
us.
I'll be back.
I enjoy it immensely.
I'm sure you do. I can tell that.
We hope that we've made some other people want to come and see what's happening at the Oakland Center and contact you. Season tickets are for sale, individual performances, whatever it happens to be, and we're looking for people who want to come out there and do something in the arts.
Speaking of looking, have you been looking around and seeing what's happening with our spring?
Yeah, spring has come.